to it, and it gets it gets bigger, and it's like when you feed anything, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until it does crush down on you, and it becomes this thing that you can't walk with anymore. It's too heavy. So one of the things I learned, I guess, is like cognitive behavioral thing, but you have to like expose yourself to things that you don't think that you could do. And so there's like going up the stairs, or doing an event you're scared to do, or getting on a plane, whatever it might be. And when you do that, you're not buying into the lies you're being told by this entity. And it shrinks it. You kind of starve it out, and it becomes a little easier to manage. So that's where that metaphor comes from. It's like thinking of it, like for me, I think of it as a little monster on my shoulder, and I'm in control of it. So if I listen to it, it kind of wrests control from me. If I don't, I get to stay in the driver's seat. And I'm pretty good now at not listening to it. I still fail from time to time, but I think I take those failures and learn from them. But that's where that title comes from. It's all these little monsters on my shoulder just trying to beat the crap out of me.
But I like the idea of just going ahead and going anyway and doing it and not giving in to the little monsters. I've had tinges of anxiety my whole life, but I've often just said out loud, I'm going to do something that I don't want to do. But I say it out loud, and then I have to do it, and I overcome it. That's my way of dealing with it too. So I appreciate you putting it that way.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the little monsters and trying to tame those little monsters, you need to have a toolbox of things. So what are the things that you would have in a toolbox to keep those monsters at bay?
Like a hammer,
baseball bat,
or to hide the body. So for me, I have a bunch of things in that toolkit. I think breathing is a big one. I feel like when I have panic or anxiety, I find my breath shortening, and it really does compound those feelings. So I try to make sure I'm really mindful of my breathing, and when I'm going through a really tough stretch, I try to really breathe deliberately and deeply into my belly, and that is therapeutic for anybody to be able to do that. That's a big one. I think for me as well, it's getting music going and listening to music that I love. Being on the land, being near the water, listening to the water, really important too. I think you being in a community that you can talk to people about your struggles with, I think is really important. So when I'm really bad, I'll call a close friend, or and just chat with them. I get the same thing from them. They'll call me if they're having a hard time, and we'll kind of talk with each other. That's big too. Medication for a while is important as well for me, and I'm off it now, but I feel like that was definitely something that helped me get through a lot of hard times. And I think when you have medication, I think you're supporting it with other stuff. It's really really important to me. So those are some things that I'm able to kind of do. And I think also it is like we were talking about earlier. It's like taking control and doing things anyway. I think that's really, really powerful.
Do you worry about our modern world and the online world, and we're losing community because of that? We're losing those connections, friends and family. Because I read recently, in 2003, I think the average teenager would spend, 25 hours with their friends. And now it's 5 hours, right?
Yeah.
And they're not connecting.
A week?
Yeah.
In
a week, yes.
Yeah. 5 hours, yeah. No, I think, it doesn't surprise me. And so I think social media and the internet, can be like a force for good. Can be a force for bad. So it's how you use it, I think. And I think it's having conversation with kids on how to use it properly in a healthy way. If you're going on there scrolling all day, doing, going on, doom scrolling or reading crap on there and whatever it might be, I think that is pretty damaging. But it can be this great tool to connect.
Absolutely.
I have a friend who's a gamer, and she has a community on there that she talks to while she plays, and it was really helpful for her. And especially when you have what is it? Your social anxiety. You don't want to really be around people physically, and it's hard for you. You can go online and talk to people, and that is a really great way to connect if you're struggling in the other way. So I think it's all about balance, and I think